more bloom in that plant, I could come in right as the bloom was fading, snip off the bloom, not allow the plant to produce seeds. So you sort of frustrate the biology of the plant and you force it to flower again because it wants to produce seeds to complete its cycle. So a plant's driven to do that. So I could snip blooms off and keep it blooming through the summer. But once it got larger, I didn't monkey with that anymore.
Just looking at this branch gives you an example of the flowering. Now, if you top a tree, you're going to get a response back of a bunch of vigorous growing water sprout type growth, 4 or 5 feet of shoots that are completely unbranched, and they'll terminate in a flower, okay? Usually a fairly large flower head, okay? Well, this is an unpruned branch, so yeah, it's still got a significant terminal flower head, but look at all these other flower heads that were smaller that developed from just bud breaks that came off of this branch. Overall, I've got a lot more flower on this branch than I would for a similar size diameter water sprout that came from topping the tree. The other thing is those sprouts are weakly attached. Okay, they come from dormant buds under the bark and they get significant girth to them that first time you do it. Okay, and you have this big flower head at the end of that branch, and in the summer when it rains and you get that flower head laden with water, it gets heavy and it bends it down so you get a wet mop that knocks you in your face when you walk by, but also if it's heavy enough, it'll actually break out of the plant because its point of origin is just under the bark, versus having developed several years earlier where you've got the trunk wood growing around the branch at the branch collar, and you've got the point of origin is several inches inside of the trunk, so you've got a much stronger branch there. All right, enough talk, you think?
Yeah, we need to kind of position our